it's Jan Malone, your dementia mentor. And today I want to talk a little bit about some statistics of dementia. We've already talked about the first top three, Alzheimer's, vascular, and Lewy body dementia. But the Center of Disease Control states that there's somewhere between 80 and 90 different forms of dementia. And honestly, I kind of look at it like this. We become very obsessed with trying to figure out why our loved ones are ill, what disease they have that's making them sick. But to me, it's kind of like a dog. It's the same dog, it's just a different breed. And there are many characteristics that are the same in all of these types of dementia. Of course, the biggest one being memory loss. So if you look at the graph, you see that 55% of our memory loss victims are Alzheimer's disease. Second is vascular, being 20%, 15% with Lewy body, then about 6% brain injury. And what I'm really talking about there is a traumatic brain injury due to some kind of an accident. And then they state mixed dementia about 4%. My personal opinion on that is I believe there's more mixed dementia than we talk about, because I think it's very easy to have Alzheimer's disease and also have some vascular dementia. As we age, it is not uncommon for us to have a heart attack or a stroke or a TIA, which just is going to build on top of that Alzheimer's disease. But again, let's just remember memory loss is memory loss. Putting a name to it is not as important as to showing the compassion that we need to have for them. So what are 6 early warning signs of dementia? First, they repeat themselves frequently. They may ask the same questions over and over and over. A couple of typical ones that I hear is, what are we going to do today? Or what am I supposed to do today? Or when are we going to eat? The second is they may not be able to acclimate to time or place. So they really might not have a concept if it is summer or if it's winter. And by acclimating to a place, if you take them somewhere out of their comfort zone, maybe even a favorite restaurant, they do not know where to find the restroom. They don't know how to get out. That's not acclimating to place. They may begin to have difficulties doing familiar tasks. So if your loved one has always been responsible for the bill paying, they may no longer be able to balance that checkbook. They may no longer be able to figure out how to take their medications, especially taking them correctly and on time. You may see that they're getting lost in familiar places, maybe even getting lost in their own home. But another familiar place could be maybe one of their kids' homes, or you've always gone to the same church and they need to go to the bathroom, but they don't know where that's at anymore. Number 4 is they begin misplacing things. They put them in odd places and they blame others. I don't know where the keys are. You must have hidden them from me. And eventually you find them in the freezer. You may also begin to notice change in mood or behaviors. This may get worse at night, and this is known as sundowning. And later in this series, we'll talk a little bit about sundowning. And number 6, you may see that they lose their ambition and become withdrawn from activities and interest. And again, I kind of think that maybe if you've been an avid golfer all your life and you no longer really know what you're supposed to do or how the course works or how to find your ball. The best thing to do is to just not put yourself in that situation where people are going to notice. So let's talk about normal age forgetfulness. Maybe you misplaced your eyeglasses or your keys. However, if you have a healthy brain, you most likely will be able to retrace your steps and you will find them. A person with dementia is not capable of doing that. You may momentarily forget a friend's name. You'll remember their face, and eventually you will recall their name. We all know this face, and we should all be able to put a name to it. You may forget an event from the past, and you may joke about memory loss being a senior moment. But I kind of believe that if you're aware of all of this and concerned about your memory, you're probably still okay. So 40% of people over the age of 65 will experience normal memory loss. People with dementia, however, that's a whole different story. You may first notice that new information is getting lost and not remembered. This is time to talk openly to your doctor about memory loss. And the problem is not what they forget. The problem is the brain is dying and memories are being erased. The time now is to get your legal affairs in order now. Please know that the person with memory loss cannot control it. They cannot stop it. They cannot change it. And memory loss is not a mental illness. It is a real disease. Dementia causes both chemical and structural changes to the brain. The truth is the brain is dying. It can't be fixed. It's progressive and it will get worse over time. Unfortunately, it is a terminal disease. If we look at this cross-section of the brain, this is actually a brain that had Alzheimer's disease, and you look on the left and you see the difference to a normal brain on the right. That should be enough. Every time you're frustrated with things that they're doing and not remembering, think back to this picture of why they cannot remember. I love this quote from Teepa Snow. Dementia caregivers ride the world's biggest, fastest emotional roller coaster with ups and downs every single day. And the truth again is that it's probably multiple times a day. People with dementia pay more attention to what they see than to what they hear. So audio versus visual memory, very, very different. Again, a quote from Teepa Snow. Dementia does not rob someone of their dignity. It's our reaction to them that does that. Powerful statement. I hope you enjoyed today's educational moment. Please check back next week for information about normal age forgetfulness versus dementia. I want to thank all of you who have been following my video series. Please be sure to share with your friends and family. And if you like what you see and hear, give me a thumbs up. And if you would, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That lets me know how many followers and if you want me to continue on. Thanks.